Imagine it's 30,000 years ago. You are standing on the frozen steppes of what is now modern-day Europe. The temperature has plummeted to minus 40 degrees. The air is so cold it physically burns your lungs to breathe. There are no heaters. No insulated jackets. No triple-glazed windows. If you or your tribe make a single mistake tonight, the cold won't just make you uncomfortable. It will turn your blood to ice in hours. By all laws of nature, you should not be alive. Humans are tropical primates. We evolved in the warm savannas of Africa, naked and designed to dump heat, not trap it. Yet, here you are. Surviving in a frozen wasteland that wiped out giants like the woolly mammoth. How did our ancestors pull off this biological miracle? The answer is a mix of extreme genetic adaptation, genius cave engineering, and a bizarre behavioral trick that scientists are only just beginning to understand. To survive, your body has to go to war against its own biology. Normally, when you get cold, your brain sends a rapid-fire signal to your muscles to start contracting. We call this shivering. It's an emergency backup generator, burning massive amounts of energy to produce temporary heat. But shivering is incredibly inefficient. It burns through your precious, hard-won calories far too fast. So, your Ice Age body activates a secret weapon, brown adipose tissue, or brown fat. Unlike regular white fat, which just stores calories, brown fat is packed with iron-rich mitochondria. It's a literal internal furnace. When the temperature drops, your brown fat bypasses the muscle shivering phase entirely and begins burning energy directly to generate pure, non-shivering heat. But even with biological furnaces, the cold was sometimes too much. Which brings us to one of the weirdest and most controversial discoveries in modern archaeology. In a deep cave system in Spain, known as Cima de los Huesos, scientists examined the fossilized bones of early humans who lived hundreds of thousands of years ago. What they found was shocking. The bones showed seasonal damage, lesions and mineral depletions that perfectly matched the bones of hibernating cave bears. Some scientists believe that during the most brutal, sunless months of the Ice Age, early humans may have actually slowed their metabolisms down, slipping into a semi-hibernation state for weeks at a time to survive on almost zero food. But biology could only take you so far. To survive a deadly winter, you needed technology. And no, it wasn't fire. It wasn't the stone spear. The single most important technology that saved our species from extinction was the bone needle. Before the needle, Neanderthals survived by draping heavy animal hides over their shoulders. It kept them dry, but it left massive gaps where the freezing wind could crawl in. It was a terrible design for extreme cold. Then, Homo sapiens figured out how to carve tiny, delicate needles from bird bones and mammoth tusks. Suddenly, you could tailor. You could cut animal hides to match the exact contours of your body. You could sew double-layered, form-fitting parkas, boots, and gloves. By trapping a thin layer of your own body heat inside these tightly stitched suits, you created a microclimate. Even in a blizzard, the air inside your tailored fur suit was a comfortable 80 degrees. And you didn't just wear any fur. You wore a highly engineered sandwich of skins. Undergarments made of soft hair or fox fur to trap heat, and outer coats of water-repellent reindeer or wolf hide. You had essentially invented the modern spacesuit, 30,000 years before space travel. But where do you go when the sun sets and the wind screams at 70 miles per hour? You find a cave. But popular culture lied to us. Cave living wasn't as simple as just sitting in the dark. Caves are natural refrigerators. They hold a constant, bone-chilling temperature of about 50 degrees year-round. To make them survivable, you had to re-engineer them. First, you didn't sleep near the entrance, where the wind howled. But you also didn't sleep in the very back, where carbon dioxide from your fire would suffocate you. You slept in the middle. And you didn't just sleep on the rock. You built insulated, elevated beds made of pine branches, mammoth ribs, and layers of thick furs to isolate your body. Many tribes took it a step further. They built internal tents, wooden frames draped in heavy hides, inside the caves. But this comfort came with a dark, deadly price. Inside these enclosed, unventilated spaces, smoke from the wood fires had nowhere to go.
Fossilized
Archaeological digs have found thick layers of toxic black soot fossilized onto the ceilings of ancient caves. Our ancestors lived in a constant state of smoke inhalation. Scientists studying Ice Age skulls have found severe sinus infections and lung damage. They survived the freezing cold outside, only to slowly choke on the smoke that kept them warm inside. Ultimately, the ultimate weapon against the Ice Age wasn't your brown fat, your tailored parka, or your cave tent. It was the person sitting next to you. When the blizzards lasted for weeks, no single human could hunt. No single human could keep the fire burning 24 hours a day. You survived because you shared. You shared the high-calorie mammoth fat. You shared the chore of gathering scarce wood. And most importantly, you shared your body heat. At night, the tribe would sleep huddled together in a tight, breathing circle. If you were alone, you were dead. In the deepest winters, community wasn't just a social preference, it was a biological necessity. Today, we walk through winter storms in high-tech down jackets, step into heated cars, and sleep in climate-controlled rooms. But the next time you step outside into a freezing winter morning and feel your muscles tighten, your teeth chatter, and your skin goosebump, take a second to remember. That is not just a reaction to the cold. That is your ancient biology, firing up the exact same survival mechanisms that kept a small group of desperate tropical primates alive in a world of ice. You are here today because they refused to freeze. You are history.